easy to do. It's like switching to Geico.
If you listening right now, and if you looking right now, you might be saying one of two things. Who is that guy? What is that music? Or who is that guy? What is that music? Hey, look, this is Friday, the Cathedral weekend. We live in here, and I have to hardly say anything. If you know, if you've been to Macon, and if you heard of Fresh Valley Kings, you have heard of this guy. And if you haven't, you're about to hear of this guy. I welcome to you, Saint Jak. Could you please tell people what's going on?
How's it going? I'm Saint Jak, right here from Macon, 478. Shout out B3, shout out Willie here, Fresh Produce. Homies putting Macon music on.
Look. Like I told you, every weekend we're gonna bring you the most prolific artists from Macon, Georgia, the best artists in the industry worldwide. I got one right here, and we're gonna get into his brain. We bumping his song right now. This is his music, Saint Jak, Ice Cold. If you haven't heard his music, you are seriously depriving your sense. Cut it out, man. Come on, man. We live in a universe where you can feel everything. I'm about to go turn it down so we can get a Saint Jak brain, see what's going on, where it started, how it began, where it's gonna end. We're gonna find out everything. And this is not a Mandela effect for motherfuckers like, is that fucking Saint Jak? I think I just seen him before. It's not the Mandela effect. Fuck it. I'll be right back. Holla at him right fast. Somebody will turn it down.
Yeah, my name's Saint Jak. I go by Jackson. I go by Saint Jak. SAINTJAK. You can find me at Saint Jak on Twitter, at The Real Saint Jak on Instagram, Saint Jak on SoundCloud, Facebook, all that good stuff. YouTube. I got single on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff.
God, man, I'm talking about, man, this guy. Like, one thing, I first met Saint Jak, it was probably about, I want to say like 2 years ago. I want to say 1 year, but I can't really remember the time span because I smoke a lot of marijuana. So I'm going to say 2 years. He came to my studio with his group, Fresh Valley Kings. I listened to the music, and automatically when I heard Saint Jak, it's like I had a flashback and a fathom of everything that musically created him, because I hear so many influences in his music. It's like a flashback forward. That's a good terminology, a flashback.
I mean, I like it.
Like you go forward, you go back, and then you go back
to be ahead
forward.
Of the curve while still showing love to the stuff that's been before us.
The song the music I listen to is like so fucking adventurous, bro. In a time that music is not adventurous. Where does Saint Jak's drive and motivation for his music come from? Now let me reword that. The day that Saint Jak said, I want to do fucking music, what was going on?
Okay, so I started rapping freshman year of high school, actually. I went to Mount Sales, private Catholic
Shout out to Mount Sales. I know a couple cats there.
One time, on Mount Sales homies. I started rapping freshman year. I was running cross country, and I started listening to rap around the same time that I actually started rapping. Because I grew up listening to, I listened to Eminem and the Beastie Boys and all that good stuff. And then anything that was on the radio.
First of all, hold on. How old is Saint Jak?
I'm 21.
How the fuck did you listen to Beastie Boys, man?
My dad, one of my dad's first albums he ever had was a cassette tape of the Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, which is an incredible album.
Power reveal.
Punk band to rap group. Beastie Boys are innovators. Like I feel like Beastie Boys don't get enough credit.
They do not get enough credit for what they did. Really,
MCA making all
they were the pinnacle of
sampling and stuff. Like people who respect.
They don't get no credit. Only thing they get credit for is being like one of the first white rappers when. In actuality, they kind of helped revolute. They really, if you listen to Run DMC, you can tell that it's heavy influence from the Beasties in that shit, because you can hear punk in it.
I saw an interview with Chuck D where he was talking about when Paul's Boutique came out by the Beastie Boys, that everyone all over New York was listening to it, but no one was talking about it because no one wanted to admit that the best hip hop album out at the time
is that what
was made by a couple of Jewish, like 3 Jewish dudes from Brooklyn, like
MC DJ on Ad Rock was one of my favorite rappers. Like when I was coming up listening. Like you said, like it was like some of the shit that the older cats would listen to. And they would listen to this shit in the hood too. Powerville was a club song in the ghettos of America, in the club. Every black person who don't even know who the Beastie Boys is know Powerville because they used to bump that shit in the club. Shout out to the Beastie. So keep going. You heard the Beasties.
So I grew up listening to not necessarily like all hip hop. I feel like a lot of rappers do.
I can tell that.
But so I grew up listening to like Radiohead, and like my dad was a big U2 fan. That was one of the first concerts I ever saw live. And so
seriously,
like,
you went to a U2?
I went to a U2 at the Georgia Dome on the 360 tour, and
that was
the most expensive stage ever created in history at the time.
You saw Bono like.
They played for like 2 hours. They had so many hits. People talk all sorts of smack about U2, but like if you look at the amount of hits that they had over the years, because people always like give that kind of credit to other pop stars these days, like, oh, they've got a bunch of hits. Well, U2's been around since like 1980.
Haven't been to a U2 concert, ass wipes. I'm telling you, man, like, I'm like that too.
First at the Georgia Dome, too. So that's a huge. It was sold like.
Look, I'm the same way. I listen to a lot of music that. Man, I don't listen to a lot of hip hop. Like, I'm selective as shit with hip hop, but other music I give like a total chance every time.
So I listen to almost exclusively hip hop now. But all throughout high school, I listened to a lot of indie rock, a lot of like alternative stuff. So I was a big like Arctic Monkeys fan, The Strokes, Arcade Fire, Kings Leon, all these bands that you don't really see a lot of rappers being influenced by them. But those are the guys I was listening to and most influenced by growing up. And even like folk music. Like I saw Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes a couple nights ago. I got him to sign a vinyl.
I love Enya. Is she folk music? Is that folk music?
Sort of. Enya's like a bit more.
Fucking Christina Perri. Her shit sound like folk music.
There's all sorts of. I saw Bon Iver live. I'm
still stuck on. He saw fucking Bono skin to skin. He saw Bono like this in front of him. Bono. If you don't know Bono,
when I was a little bit further away, but it was still like the stage made it so that you felt like you were right up next to.
He probably sweat on you and you didn't even know it was his sweat. He probably did some shit and you thought it was the dude next to you sweat. Like, get the fuck, and it was Bono sweat, dude.
No, U2 are crazy.
Are a legendary band, man. If you fuckers don't know and you like, who the fuck is U2 or Bono? Google that shit. Google Masters of the Internet.
So if I had to pick like one of my favorite bands ever, it's gotta be Radiohead. I'm actually going to see them in Atlanta at Phillips Arena on April 1st, which I'm super excited for because those tickets.
We here at the Cathedral are seriously jealous of St. Jack's Ventures.
Tom York is a genius. Tom York is so far ahead of his time and everything.
So basically, your influences came from a lot of rock and indie rock and
then
old school hip hop.
The Beatles and Led Zeppelin. I have a very eclectic taste in music, but when I started listening to rap, it was like 2009, 2008, 2009 probably, like heavily. And so people like, no one ever knows really about him, but Chitty Bang is like actually the reason I got into hip hop, because Chitty Bang was these two dudes. They were college kids from up in like, I think Pennsylvania.
So familiar.
And they had a song called Opposite of Adults that sampled Kids by MGMT. And MGMT is such a crazy good band. They've got so many good songs. But so that kind of, there was a real scene in like 2009, 2010, even into like 2011, 12, where there were a lot of rap songs, like more kind of pop rap songs sampling indie rock songs. And that's how I got into hip hop.
2009.
Like early Mac Miller's another huge thing. Like Mac Miller's a really big influence.
He's an influence because he showed me that, he showed the independent game at his best.
Really though, like he's been independent pretty much the
I thought he had a deal when I seen him on MTV.
He's got distribution deals because when you're moving as many records as he has, that's a big deal. But
he is a business. That guy right there. Shout out to Mac Miller.
Miller's a business genius for sure. I've seen him live twice. He's so good live. But he was doing a lot of that stuff too, and it's actually funny because Mac Miller's one of my favorite rappers of all time nowadays. But when I first started rapping, I didn't really appreciate what he was doing as far as his lyrics, because it's much more of a and I was listening to Backpack. I was listening to Lupe.
RC Alert.
Chitty Bang. I was not Chitty Bang. Childish Gambino. I listened to a lot of Childish Gambino coming up. And so I was kind of a backpacker about it, where I was getting into 90s hip hop, kind of learning about. Like,
he was evolving people.
I did my homework because I'm like, at the end of the day, like in hip hop, like I'm kind of a guest in hip hop, so I'm much more of someone like just kind of viewing the culture and then making my stand where I am, as opposed to trying to get into like
with that
hip hop
being said,
in the same way that other rappers would.
With that being said, I really feel like a lot of people feel like with white MCs they are like an addition. I don't. I feel like with music, period, people do music. It's white great
so
MCs, white great rock stars,
with
black.
The internet,
it's all the same.
With
but
the internet, anyone can be a rapper, and so this whole generation of thought where it's like only a certain type of person can be a rapper. That's completely done.
Good is good, bad is bad. Period.
Exactly. If you're talented, you're talented, and if you're whack, you're whack.
Like I heard an Asian dude. What's the Asian dude? It's a fucking Asian dude. I don't know his name. It's like I do not know his name. He is like hot right now. Every time I fucking turn on the internet, I see him somewhere. He's Asian and he's doing trap rap.
There's like a whole Korean rap scene where
he's Korean. I'm sorry. Is that a difference?
is one of the best songs I heard in like.
Bro, I heard the shit. I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but it really is awesome.
And that's what it is. So much of hip hop today is just the sound too, and so you've got to have the beats. Obviously, a huge part of that, but also the rapper and how they're.
What's your favorite? Like when you get ready to make a song, what's like your favorite style of beat? I listen to it and I know. This is for the new people that don't know. What's like, tell people like your favorite style of beats because you got like different types.
I've got a little bit of the kind of boom bap stuff because I listen to a lot of that coming up. I've got a little bit of the like a little bit jazzier side to it a lot of the time, and then I'll have the more kind of cypher stuff that I can do, the more bar heavy stuff. Because when I came into rap, I was also really big into battle rap. Like I got really big into battle rap.
Did you guys fucking hear that, battle rappers?
10, 20, like 2011.
Do you still battle? Will you still battle?
I've battled once and it didn't go, so that's a whole story if we want to get into that. But I have been a fan of battle rap and like gone to live events and stuff like Don't Flop will do events in Atlanta. And so I saw when K-Shine slapped Sharon.
Oh, you saw that live?
Look that YouTube video up. I'm dead
saw that
center.
shit live,
front
dog.
center in the video. That video has like
so we actually get to see your reaction.
Oh, it's crazy. It was nuts. And it was a weird day too. Like that's a whole Don't Flop events in Atlanta. You have to go to those.
Look, for all you people that say you might, for the guy that don't know St. Jack, man, he gonna give you the links to his music. Y'all gonna be fucking impressed, dog. Like real shit.
Hit me up after this.
With your music, who are you trying to reach to though? Like everybody like me. I came into music kind of like just making music, and then it came to a point where you kind of like do it professionally and you're trying to make it. And everything I hear from A&Rs and execs is, who is your demographic? Who is your target? Who are you targeting with your music? Who is St. Jack targeting with his music?
Well, I feel like just as far as the creation process goes, you always kind of make music for yourself that you like to hear, things that you want to say, things that you think other people should hear you say. And so obviously if you had to pick, it'd be like your 18 to 25 kind of like college, high school crowd. Those are the people that are going to come to shows.
That's what I see.
Because it's just like those are the type of people that would relate to my content. That's a whole thing that I feel like don't shoot the messenger, but I listened to Macklemore way back. And he used to do the indie samples. He has a whole EP called the Versus EP, and he samples the Killers and like Arcade Fire and Beirut and all these great Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like no one's sampling Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he's very aware of like kind of being a white rapper and that his entire fan
I think there's a lot of.
But I'm trying to anyone that appreciates kind of like authenticity in what they're hearing, because I'm not doing a put on. I'm not like there might be hyperbole sometimes. I might be kind of, but being a rapper. There's a persona that you put on to a certain extent because most people don't rap. Most people don't ever attempt to rap.
And rapping means rhyming.
And that's fine. Not everyone
should
rap.
In rhyme.
PSA, not everyone should rap. I'm just gonna throw
and
that out.
And that's real. And he the first person to say that on here. Like, look, this shit is not for everybody, man. My auntie shouldn't try to rap because she love it.
Here's the other thing that a lot of people don't say is it takes so long to get good at rap, and if you don't have people around you that are pushing you to be better, you won't get better. So when I started rapping freshman year of high school, I was horrible. I was so bad. And I was that bad for like 3-4 years, like the senior year of high school, I started getting okay as far as being able to like put a whole song together.
You went from nobody to 2 or 3 people, 4 people.
I went from not playing at all to like doing my school's talent show type thing. And then so I went out actually.
Stop right there. School talent show. I said this last week. Like every MC, rapper.
It's very real.
Every school talent show I think the rappers always get a bad fucking rap. I got booed at my school talent show.
Oh, I got some scattered applause. It wasn't people scattered. The sound wasn't.
He didn't
good.
get the solo clap off where everybody's like, and then everybody
I had people that
in.
knew me and liked me enough in high school to clap. So I'll take it.
Bro, I had my friends out there like this while everybody was booing. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
But
I don't
friends
know
pushing
him.
you to do that, that's how you get better. It's like having a friend. A lot of times you hear rappers and you hear them say stuff and it's like, did you not run that by like a friend or something? Did you not have anyone that tells you, hey man, that's kind of.
Did you just say existential and make it rhyme and like make it mean something?
That was a little bit of a reach if we're being honest. You stretch the rhyme.
You need friends like St. Jack, man.
Dude. I need to set up a system. You pay me money, I'll tell you whether or not
I'll be honest
with you. As a college-age white kid.
Listen, this is new. St. Jack's got a new business dial, 1-800 St. Jack, and the name of the business is called Brutally Fucking Honest. BFH, Brutally Fucking Honest, and he'll be brutally honest about anything you ask. You ain't even gotta ask about me.
I'm gonna put my PayPal link.
You can ask. You can tell him your relationship situation and let him be brutally fucking honest to you. Bro, like, one thing, the song Ice Cold, I was listening to it, man, and it's just like so wordy and fucking it's just like what rap's supposed to be, unpredictable and witty. Like, with this album you working on, if you've been on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram or whatever, I know you've seen the advertisement, dickheads. Do not act like you've seen the advertisement. With this album, where are you going? First of all, what's the name of the album?
Okay, well, actually what I've been doing this year, my kind of plan for 2017 is I want to drop an EP every month.
EP.
And that's just work rate. It just works better instead of, and here's the thing, and I've thought this for years, that this is a whole rant I have, that mixtape's been kind of dead for a while. No one wants to listen to a 25-song mixtape of a bunch of album filler that you just didn't really have a project to put
That's
on.
what mixtape
And
are.
so with EPs, especially for me personally, I can keep a concept for 4 songs. I can keep a sound for 4 songs really easily.
And put a lot into it.
It's easier to digest, put a lot into each song. I've got so many songs that I've written over the past 2-3 years.
I've heard some Riding to Atlanta. I heard some of this shit.
So those are some very exclusive ones, and I've got even like I'm writing all the time, so I'm trying to make enough songs to where I can drop. If I drop 60 songs this year and 10 of them are bangers,
that's doable.
That's more than most people drop in a career.
I preach it, bro. I tell all artists that come through me, have a catalog, because at the end of the day, if you got a whole bunch of songs, good or bad, however good or bad a rapper or you are, there's a probability that you have at least one hit. If you got 100 songs, you got at least one. If you're a good rapper like St. Jack and you got 60 songs, at least 20 of them shits is like 2 classic fucking albums.
And if you're a fan, you're gonna love all of them. But even if you're not, you're still gonna like maybe half of them. And then I start making, at some point I'm gonna start putting out videos over the summer. I'm gonna grind real hard.
I like that concept.
And stuff like that.
And they just put more music out.
Has been my grind. So I'm gonna drop another one at the end of this month. I'm kind of unorganized, so I don't know which one I'm gonna do because I've got 4 or 5 already lined up. I've said once a month, and so it's been into the month. So be on the lookout into March. I will drop something.
St. Jack, Google it. SAINTJAK. Just Google the shit.
What's up?
You motherfuckers be like, just drop me a link.
Catch me.
Fucking Google the shit. You Google everything.
Give me those clicks. Give me those clicks. It's very important.
The people want to know, Jack. I always ask this question to every artist that come in here, man, because it informs me like really what it informs me of what an artist really coming from by their mindset on music. So I asked this question. It's gonna be a weird fucking question, Jack, but I'm gonna ask it. Okay, this is it. President Trump is impeached, right? They try to make fucking the vice president the president, but he like, fuck it, man, I don't want to be the president. And Trump did some stupid shit while he was in presidency to erase the process that happens when a president is impeached. So it's some new shit. We don't know what to do, and we're gonna let fucking the vice president decide who's the president. The vice president says, fuck it. I like this dude St. Jack, man. I like his views on hip hop. So I'm gonna make him vice president and fuck it.
Oh,
That's his exact words. I'm gonna make Saint Jack president and fuck it. And Saint Jack comes in the office and you do the inauguration, you hold your hand up and you recite the obvious. Except for this time for Saint Jack, they said Saint Jack. Fuck that. We want you to recite the words, the first 4 bars of your favorite song in the world, and name the artist. Your favorite song in the world, you're becoming the president. So that means the song has to at least embody leadership and taking over shit and just coming to fuck shit up. What is the first 4 bars? Nah, I ain't even going that far. The first 2 bars of Saint Jack's favorite fucking record ever and the author of it. Go Saint Jack. I know he got like 80 songs.
So this is very difficult for me, but if you know me, you know that my favorite rapper of all time is Kanye West.
West. I love Kanye,
I will defend this position to no end. Argue with me in the comments about Kanye West. I'll be there all day.
He's good.
And he's just arguably, very easily argued the greatest rap artist of all time.
One of the most influential.
And the moment that I became a Kanye fan, like for real, was when he dropped My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because that's around the time I was listening to hip hop heavily, and I knew about him up to that point, but I didn't really like 808s because that wasn't really my.
It was cliche. It was like time say that.
It set the trend for that kind of style of hip hop. It's the reason Drake exists. It's the reason Kid Cudi was a big part of that too, and Kid Cudi was doing something very different at the time. 808s wasn't really my cup of tea, but it made him a pop star. Heartless made Kanye an undisputed pop star. And Kid Cudi wrote, shout out Kid Cudi one time, he's a huge influence as well. But Kanye's comeback and rollout of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Good Friday, he drops a song every Friday for like a month, has a mixtape of songs that could have been on the album, and then drops a whole new album material. And the way he debuted this was Runaway at the VMAs. It was his return after the Taylor Swift incident when he went up on stage. And let's just all be clear for a second. Kanye was right to do that. Kanye should have done that. Beyonce should have won that video. Taylor Swift is horrible.
Yeah,
Taylor
and then
Swift
it was
has played
obvious.
the victim card off of that incident her entire career.
It was obvious
I do not like Taylor
supposed to won
Swift.
that shit.
Single Ladies, everyone knows the video to Single Ladies. Everyone. What Taylor Swift video won? Who allowed that?
Honestly, I like
MTV,
one Taylor Swift
like,
song, and that is You Got That James Dean look in your eye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but hold on. We got a caller who loves Cactus Jack. I mean, Saint Jack so damn much that he has the call during the broadcast. Okay, we back. He said,
so
he heard me say that
Runaway
too.
by Kanye West. I'm reciting the entire Let's Have a Toast to the Douchebags.
Okay, this is the song. This is Saint Jack's inauguration.
Let's have a toast to the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast to the jerk-offs that would never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can, because I would not know how to be president. That would be a lot of pressure. I don't wish being president on.
He'll try to make the song last forever. Be like, I do not.
That's
want
like
this
a
shit to be
9-minute
over.
song, and I completely. There's a Pusha T verse on that song. Most people don't even know that.
You're like, do I actually start presidenting after I do this, or do I got like a layover, like 2 or 3 days to think about this?
And you can make a 7-minute song, and someone listens to it front to back, you're a genius.
We live in a microwave society. Like, I don't think anybody can make a 9-minute song today, bro. That's like too much attention.
If you can make a 5-minute song that people listen to front to back, that's astonishing.
I think 4 minutes is too long.
I try and keep my songs under 3 minutes.
Me too. Like, I think 4 minutes is like too long. 2 or 3 choruses.
Maybe if I've got like a full hook and 2 verses and a bridge, like that's the only way.
Unless you got like a bunch of fucking super star-studded features, like if you got God, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad on the track.
Train, like a really dope type situation.
Yeah, I'm listening to like all 90 minutes of that song. Then like I gotta hear what Buddha gotta say. Like I bet he's a dope fucking rapper. Sorry, Buddhist. We about to bounce out in a minute and go to the next segment, and we doing something new. St. Jack is the first person to do something new with the Cathedral. This is exclusive. It's exclusive, and it's like the inaugural in a sense. I just made inauguration. It's inaugural in a sense. So St. Jack is gonna do a spot performance. This is new too. I'm gonna tell you fuckers who try to take this shit from me. I invented this shit today. It's called spot performing. It's like doing a show wherever the fuck you like with no audience. Just do the show. You know, just pull up at the fucking park, and you know that beautiful ass park downtown with Mercer.
Speaker. I want like a B3 has this rolling speaker that you can like hook up a mic to. I want to get one of those and just start just all around Mercer.
Just set the fuck up, dog. That shit gonna be new, and then everybody gonna start doing
rapping on the corner.
And it start right here in Macon.
Free game.
We got the best artists that come through here. St. Jack is one of those. We about to bounce out and get into the performance. St. Jack is gonna perform his new record nobody has heard, but St. Jack and people that are close to him.
Very select few. I've done
select few, like this many people. You can count them on a half a finger.
Come through Fresh Produce on any random night. You might.
Shout out to Fresh Produce too, man. I like what's going on down. That's a beautiful hip hop movement. Look, DJ, what's the DJ name, man?
B3.
DJ B3, man. I'm coming, bro.
Really putting on for making music.
I'm coming, bro. I'm telling you, man. Every time I say I'm gonna come down there, it's like 9 o'clock before I actually get ready to go. As soon as I say it, 1,000 things happen, man. I'm sorry. I'm coming to show some fucking love. And I want to interview you too, dog, because you're pivotal in this movement, whether you know it or not. Before we bounce out, is there anything St. Jack want to tell the people? Tell them how to get the music. Tell them go fuck themselves. Anything St. Jack want to tell them?
Nah, just check me out on all my social media, all that good stuff. I'm hilarious on Twitter, SoundCloud for all the music. You can find, I do have a single called Last Valentine's Day that's on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Stream that, make me minuscule amounts of money. Follow me on Facebook. Facebook's where I do most of my announcements for like events and stuff. So, catch you around, shout out Macon one time.
And if you want a fucking St. Jack feature,
that'll be stacked.
Do not ask this man. Don't use the bro card. Like I hate when motherfuckers use the bro card on social media. They be like, bro, we gotta do something. That means like, bro, I don't want to pay for this shit.
Vision.
Yeah, I'm talking about bro.
Let's build, fam.
Dude, I just heard this is the first time you ever spoke to me on Facebook. And we're bro. I need a feature. And this is another thing. If the artist don't say feature, they don't want to pay you. If they say we got to do some shit together, or oh man, we got to get on the song, I got this dope ass beat I love to hear you on, they're not trying to pay you.
Charge a fee for my feature.
This guy's great. Every artist that sit in this chair supposed to be charging motherfuckers, unless it's a symbiosis. It's a I need you and you need me thing. We'll look at the later. I go on for years about this. We about to jump into this performance, man. St. Jack, the Cathedral. Fucking subscribe, hit the fucking alert button so you can get Cathedral updates and you'll know when St. Jack is here, because this is not the last time you're gonna see St. Jack. We're gonna make sure of that shit. We're about to go into the performance section, hear a new song, St. Jack ain't never let nobody hear. I'm gonna be the first one exclusively outside of St. Jack's domicile, probably in his studio, to hear this shit. And you are my special guest here live on the Cathedral. Go get something to drink, because you look parked.